Tonight on the good ship Norton, the star of Pirates of the Caribbean. Hard to starboard! Hard to port! Here comes the big one! Oh, let's start the show! Excited? Yes. Oh, I know I am. I've got a good one for you tonight. Yes, the one and only Johnny Depp is here. That's not all. Oscar nominee Carey Mulligan is here. Top Irish comic Byrne is on the show. Writer, director and actor Ricky Gervais is here. Plus, we have music from Snow Patrol. I tell you. It's a lineup, isn't it? That's a good show. And of course, thrilled to have Ricky Gervais back on the show. Ricky's got a new comedy series out called Life's Too Short. Now, the show... It's a hit, Ricky. The show follows the life of a showbiz dwarf. You do think, what does Ricky know about that? Mulligan. Oh, Carey Mulligan's here. Now, obviously, she was Oscar nominated for an education, and she's just finished a new film called Shame. It's all about a young sex addict. I think we all know who that's based on. Yes. Who knew Justin Bieber liked sex? He wasn't that keen when I asked him. About it. About the subject. Justin has been accused of fathering a child after a backstage romp that lasted 30 seconds. Aww. Justin by name, Justin by nature. Delighted to welcome Johnny Depp onto this show. Now, I should warn you that as I speak, he's on his way from the premiere of his new film, The Rum Diary. In the film, Johnny's character spends most of his time drinking rum. So many different kinds of rum. Dark rum, white rum, red rum. He was a racehorse in the 80s. Remember that? Johnny is probably most famous as Captain Jack Sparrow in the Pirates of the Caribbean. Oh, there he is. I'll tell you. Now, those films, they are fun, but I do find them quite frightening. I do. Do you remember the Kraken? The Kraken, a huge man-eating squid? Now, don't be frightened, but here is a huge man-eating squid. Yeah. It's a huge man eating squid. Let's get some guests on! Johnny Depp will be joining us later. We'll also be having music from Snow Patrol. But first, he's the perfect guest for Bonfire Night. It's Byrne. Hello, sir. Sit yourself down. You're very welcome. She's an Oscar-nominated firecracker. It's Carey Mulligan. Oh, so beautiful. Hello, darling. Sit yourself down. And what a guy! It's comedy superstar Ricky Gervais. Woo. Hello, sir. It's a tuxedo. Very nice. Everyone looking lovely. Gorgeous. The shoes. Look at the shoes.
Very high.
They are amazing, those shoes. Now, listen. I just want to check before Mr. Depp does arrive. There's going to be no awkwardness on the sofa, because I know in the Golden Globes you were less than kind about Johnny and Angelina's film. Wouldn't you?
I haven't seen this one. I hadn't seen that one. I still haven't. It didn't stop me though, did it?
Well, he He'll be all right, though, won't he?
Of course he'd be all right.
Okay.
I didn't buy the controversy, really, with the Golden Globes. I think that was the press just keeping it going. Because who was really offended? Who did I really offend, you know?
I was there. I think you offended quite a few people.
This was ridiculous. He's in the new show, you know, and everyone was going, oh, he insulted everyone. Johnny Depp was furious. So I sent him an email and said, sorry about the Globes. How'd you like to get your own back? And he went, I loved it. Of course I wasn't annoyed. You know, it's ridiculous. It's like...
All right.
He wasn't annoyed at all.
So was Angelina Jolie in Life's Too Short as well?
I didn't ask her. She didn't look so happy.
Carey, you blame Johnny Depp for ruining your hair.
No, I played a tiny prostitute part in Public Enemies for a day.
You don't mean a dwarf prostitute?
So you played a tiny prostitute?
I played a tiny prostitute part in Public Enemies where they convinced me to dye my hair white, and thus it all fell out.
No. And didn't you have to kiss him a lot?
I did kiss him several times, but it got cut from the film. No, I mean, I mean, yes, very nice.
Poor Johnny Depp.
How many times did you kiss him? How many times?
I think it was 16, because I was so uncomfortable, I couldn't...
16 times. Okay. But it got cut out?
It got cut because I looked so uncomfortable.
Really?
Yeah, because I was kissing Johnny Depp, so I got really nervous.
Who could blame you? And, Ed, you have a beef with Johnny Depp?
Apart from the fact that he stole my look. Sorry, I get fed up with being confused with him all the time. It's very annoying.
Should we compare and contrast? There's Ed. That is amazing.
Yeah. Have you got one of Johnny Vegas for me?
No. Right, Carey Mulligan. I love what's happened to you. It's just fabulous. Every now and again, it happens to someone where no one knew you. Suddenly, you're nominated for Oscars. You are the it girl. You're the hottest actress on planet Earth right now. So, are you sort of comfortable with all this yet?
No, I feel like I've won an audience award to sit next to these two, so no, not at all. It's very strange.
And what's extraordinary is that, apart from the odd school play, your first ever job was Pride and Prejudice with Judi Dench and Brendan Bethany and people.
Yeah. Oh, there I am. Oh, ooh. Yeah.
Yeah. Better now. I feel success has changed you. For the best, I feel. Yes.
Yeah, it was my first job. I giggled a lot. I didn't do an awful lot. But...
And now you've got, I mean, so many people wanted this role, but you are playing Daisy Buchanan in The Great Gatsby opposite Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yes.
Is it a bit the Johnny Depp thing? Because you were a Leo fan, or are a Leo fan, I presume.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up watching everything he'd ever done. It's difficult. I have to hide my inner fan when I'm around him. I mean, it's terrible. He claims to not be able to dance when we're doing a dancing scene, and I have to hide the fact that I know that he can dance, because I've seen him dance in Titanic. And I want to make him tap dance, but I don't. I kind of suppress it. I'm like, oh, yeah, you're a crap dancer. And I sort of sit there, but he's amazing.
It'd be great if they wrote that into the dialogue. That'd be a really funny scene in the film if you were to say to the Great Gatsby, yeah, but I saw you dance in Titanic.
And you're going back to Australia very soon to finish that film, which is sort of why you're here tonight to talk about Shame. Because actually, it doesn't really come out till January the 13th.
Yes.
I can tell you, because I know it's written down. Now, I've seen a preview of this film. It is an amazing film. It's a very different film.
Yeah.
And for an audience member, it's extreme. So I'm assuming to be in it was quite an extreme experience.
It's a little bit racy.
It is, because it deals with addiction, but a particular sort of addiction, the film.
Sex.
It does. Michael Fassbender's character is addicted.
He is. Yeah, so, yeah.
He's a what?
Addicted.
Oh, he's addicted. Sorry.
Yes.
Think you're being a bit harsh about the poor man, Virgin?
I'm talking around the
Is
film.
there really sex addiction? Because the only other time I hear that is when they go, I'm sex addicted. And what they mean is I got caught. So now I've got to go to the Priory to say sorry. Is there really sex addiction?
When you watch this film, you do sort of think, yes, it lays him quite low.
Right, okay.
I would say, yes. I'm now going to show you a clip which isn't really about sex or addiction.
It's the only clip that you could show.
It is the only clip you could show. So it's you're a singer, you've just performed a song, and you're meeting your brother's boss.
Yes.
Go.
All right, we got a problem. Your sister cannot be taking the bus anywhere, okay? I know a guy who owns a car rental company. We're gonna get you a car, we're gonna drive around in circles in a parking lot, and you are gonna learn how to drive. Not stick, automatic, it's a little easier.
I would love that.
You love that. It's good. You know what, better yet? We're gonna get you a golf cart. We're gonna get you a golf cart, and you will drive the golf cart around.
Wow, now we're talking. I would, yeah. Everybody should drive golf carts.
Right up Fifth Avenue, huh?
Oh.
You know, they should. They should. It'd be a lot cleaner and greener. It'd be great for the city. Brandon, what do you think? Sounds great, yeah? I love your brother. What an amazing man. How long are you here for?
I don't know.
You don't know? Can I see you again? Please? Is that too forward? I find you fascinating. I really do. I think you're a fascinating creature. I'd love to see you again. Listen, why don't we... This is a celebration. Let's get champagne.
Yes!
Champagne for everybody. The whole table. Come on. Champagne.
So good at it. Really are. And the other thing I love is that, like, lots of actors, they kind of moan about the transitory lifestyle, having to live in hotels and da-da. But presumably you quite like it, because you grew up in hotels.
I did. My dad's here. I can't see him, though, but my dad's here. He was a
very
hotel
quiet
manager.
now. There he is! Yay, Dad! Woo!
My dad was a hotel manager, so we grew up in hotels.
Is it a nice life? Because presumably you don't have to clean up or anything.
Yeah, it's very nice. I mean, I didn't know anything else when I was...
Did you ever have, like, an argument with your parents where they go, you treat this house like a hotel?
And how old were you when you got out of hotels?
So, Dad?
13.
No, because we moved into... So I stopped talking to my dad.
So you're allowed to talk to your father.
Oh.
It's all right.
No, but when we moved back to London, it was like when I was like 7.5.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Is this comfortable for you? This comfortable? Is this more or less comfortable than watching the film with your daughter in bed sex addiction?
Oh, actually, has your dad seen it?
No, Dad's not allowed.
No. Can I just say, I'm not a father, but really don't see it. Don't. I can't imagine a father enjoying it.
I'm embarrassed for you. I mean, there's nothing
It's
worse
very
than that.
good. And if she's nominated for an Oscar, you can go to that, and you'll enjoy that. It'll be great.
I don't watch other people having sex with my mum and dad. So
Other people having sex with your mum and dad?
Hey, listen, ladies and gentlemen, apparently Johnny Depp will be here very shortly, I'm told. Yes. A lot of love in the room. A few Depp fans in the audience. And Ed, because when you're touring, because you're touring at the moment.
Yeah.
Very quickly, I'm just going to ask you, because every time I do ask, do you still have the vile cat?
Yeah, I still have a cat, yeah. He's not that vile, but he does bring in horrible things. He brings in things and it's a bit disgusting, yeah.
He seems worse than most cats.
He's very good at bringing stuff in from outside.
But didn't he bring in a pheasant?
A live pheasant. Yeah.
A live pheasant?
That's the biggest thing he's brought in, still alive.
Oh, good.
Yeah, which does make sense. He's brought in bigger things than that dead.
bison.
2 wolves and a postman. No, but yeah, he brought in... It was one of those things, because all right, have you ever had, like, a blue tit? Or a chaffinch, like a little bird, like, get in your house, right? They suddenly seem massive.
Yeah.
Suddenly you're being terrorised by this winged beast. See a pheasant. They're big outside, right? They're big in your garden. See when you're in your living room, they're enormous. Because certain things seem bigger inside than they do outside, and you ladies would do well to bear that in mind. But no, it was the funniest thing, and it's pheasant, which incidentally wasn't keen on moving out once it had tasted the high life of Byrne. I come down, I'm just looking at the cat like I'm annoyed with him, but I'm also quite impressed that he's done it. And he's looking back at me like he's impressed with himself, but he's also quite scared. Like, the cat's just looking at me going, I know, it's massive, isn't it? I'll be honest with you, I thought it was big when it was outside. It's cute. Anyway, I got you this. If you don't want it, put it on eBay. I don't really give a shit.
I bet you brought home some terrible stuff in that.
I'm going to say, it's my house. allowed. So, Ed, you're on tour now till the 9th of December, and the DVD of that tour is out on the 28th of this month. But wait a moment. Do I hear the clinking of rum bottles? The buckling of swash? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, he's here, hotfoot from the premiere of The Rum Diary. Please welcome Johnny Depp. They're very excited. Oh. Yeah. How are you, sir?
I'm fine, thank you. Hello.
Presumably, is that enjoyable? That must be a nice feeling. It must be a lovely feeling.
Well, it's never expected. It's sort of it's a pleasure, yeah.
And you've just come for the premiere. How was that? Was it went well?
It was good, yeah, very good.
And the crowd showed up and did that, the screaming.
There was a bit of a crowd, yeah.
Yeah. Now, did it get as out of hand? Because there's a picture, I'm sure you've seen, the picture from the New York premiere of The Rum Diary. What went on? What's happening in that picture?
That was the Heimlich maneuver. I had something lodged.
What, for real?
No, not really, no.
You were just being manhandled by somebody for some reason.
I was.
Okay, fair enough. Okay.
I have pressed charges.
And listen, we're delighted you're here, but to be honest, I'm surprised you're here so quickly because it seems you are so lovely to your fans. Like the story of you as Captain Jack going to see that little girl in Greenwich.
Oh, in Greenwich, yeah.
That's an amazing story. For people who aren't familiar, tell us what happened.
Well, I got a letter, I got this sweet little letter from a little girl who was going to school like 3 minutes away from where we were shooting. And she said, we need to escape, we need pilots to help us out. So I thought, well, on lunch break, we'll go over, bring about 12 pirates and go ape. And we did. And it was really fun and really sweet. I mean, the kids were so responsive. Some were scared. Very scared. Actually, very scared.
Because the thing that must be, how the hell did that letter get to you?
In a bottle.
Right, let's talk about The Rum Diary. Presumably, a real labour of love for you. You found the original manuscript. Was it 14 years?
14 years, yeah. It was by accident, I was with Hunter Thompson. And we were looking through the manuscript of Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, because I was preparing for the film. And then I just found this other box, opened it up, and there was The Rum Diary.
And is it he didn't remember writing it?
No. That's kind of a stretch. No, he did remember writing it, but it had been many years. He wrote it in 59, 60, something like that.
So you convinced him...
I talked him into it, yeah.
This should be published and turned into a film.
Yeah.
And it's presumably kind of semi-autobiographical about...
Most definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was kind of the Hunter Thompson before he found his voice, before he found the avenue for the rage,
And so he was a journalist in Puerto Rico and going through these adventures and...
Yeah.
And you were good friends with Hunter S. Thompson.
Most definitely, yeah.
But it sounds, reading about him, he sounds like the sort of person quite hard to be friends. Like, could you relax with him?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Well, tell us about the first time you ever met him.
Let's see. The first time I met him, I was in it was a bar in Woody Creek, Colorado, and I was sitting in the back. There was a sort of a scheduled meeting. It was about midnight, and I was sitting in the back of this bar, and suddenly the front door opened of the bar. I was way in the back, and I saw sparks, these hideous sparks that were kind of everywhere. And then I realized as he came closer, the sea was parting. People screaming, hurling themselves out of the way. And he basically, in his left hand, he had a 3-foot cattle prod. And in his right hand, he had a taser gun. And the next thing I heard was, "Out of the way, you bastards!" And the sea parted, and he arrived. and then we shook hands, and then we went back to his house and built a bomb. And I shot it with a shotgun.
And it went off?
Yeah.
Yeah. You built a good bomb?
80-foot fireball, yeah, huge.
See, it does sound like fun.
Nitroglycerin and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like fun, but again, I wouldn't relax. I think... I wouldn't sleep in that house. You slept in the house,
It wasn't a council house. Where was it? It was in the middle of nowhere, I assume.
Yeah, pretty much.
I was going to invite you back to mine after this. I think I'd be disappointed I don't let you blow anything up.
Well, I can bring things to blow up.
Oh, actually, do come. Strap something to the cat.
And Hunter...
Look what the cat's brought him. It's only Johnny Depp.
He looks so big in the house. Yeah. And when he died, the ashes thing, was that your idea? Were those his wish? Was that in his will?
That was his last wish. What Hunter wanted was to be blown out of a 150-foot cannon. and shot into the stratosphere. And I think he knew that I was the only one stupid enough to make that happen. And I did.
Did it work?
Oh, yeah. Very well.
Listen, we're going to show a clip of the Rum Diary. It opens on the 11th of November. This is one of my favourite sequences in the film. You've had a big night, and I think you've lost the front seat.
Yes, our car has been stripped, yes, yeah.
Yes, but you need to get back to town.
We must, yeah.
Yes, so this is you in the Rum Diary.
What's that?
There's too much weight on the axle. Try and move forward a bit.
Are we late? I'm gonna be a week late. What are you doing, fella?
I suddenly realized how much I like you. What do you mean, what am I doing? There's something wrong with the axle. Oh my God, it's the cop we set on fire.
Try and look normal. I mean, it's a very funny film, but it's a romantic film. She is so beautiful.
Amber Heard.
Amber Heard.
Yeah, it's like a sort of a callback to, like, you know, the old school movie stars of, you know...
She's
yesterday.
nearly as beautiful as Carey Mulligan. Nearly.
She's right on the verge.
Yeah. On the verge.
They're neck and neck, and they're not.
She's scrubbed
I
up
walked into a room with Amber Heard last week and I almost fell over. I couldn't look her in the eye. She's sort of blinding. She is beautiful.
Yeah, even I noticed. She's incredible. She's incredibly beautiful. She really is. Now, it strikes me that in the beginning of your career, you must have had so much pressure to go down the kind of handsome leading man route. And was it hard to kind of resist that?
You answer.
No, I think it's been tough on Ricky.
It has. He suffered.
How does he pout?
does suffer.
Do your pout. Come on, do it.
What pout?
What pout? Come on.
No, I need more.
The pouch you stole off me.
By the way, I really love your band.
Thank you.
I really do.
I appreciate that.
Jarvis Cocker, ladies and gentlemen. Jarvis Cocker from Blur.
More stars than there are in heaven. It's incredible. Because I think what's amazing about you is that you have turned kind of being a real kind of character actor into, well, like, you're the best character actor in the world. Well, you are.
Lord, man.
Well, because most character actors are kind of also appearing. You've turned being a character actor into quite a global superstar.
No, I think it's more like some form of schizophrenia that has just worked for me.
Because those characters, they're so big, the Captain Jack Sparrows and Willy Wonka and Mad Hatter and things. Do you come to the set with those fully formed? Or do you work with the director? Or how does it happen that you create those?
Yeah, generally they're born out of whatever they're born out of. You know, I've had, you know, characters born out of. Don't get excited. The sauna. You know, being in extreme. Take it easy. Oh, you can feel him coming on, can't you?
Don't pick on me. The audience are always going to be on your side.
No, these characters that are born out of, you know, sort of strange, you know, extreme heat or whatever, you know, these thoughts and stuff, and you bring it to set, and then there's what I enjoy really is this sort of extreme quiet at the end of the first take, you know. You hear action, you go and do your bit, and then suddenly you hear cut.
So does that give you pleasure when the studio executives are kind of like, oh my...
Of course, yeah. Of course, I think that's the only way you know you're doing the right thing.
And so do they literally have that conversation with you? Are you doing that for the whole film? Or...
It generally starts with, what is wrong with you? What's happened? What's wrong with you?
Amazing.
Oh, it's horrible, isn't it?
But you come with, you know the kind of...
No, you're just swinging. You have a you know, a big stick and you start swinging it, kind of thing.
And you just hope that it'll be all right.
He broke a window.
Yeah, sort of.
He threw a lemon through a window.
I did.
Smashed the window.
I did. Yeah, I forgot.
Let me tell you, Johnny, everyone thinks he's shy, okay? But he wasn't shy this day, and he's got a wicked sense of humour. If people knew what he was really like, his career would be over. So in one scene, I'm sort of helping Warwick get shoved down a toilet, as you do, right? And I'm sort of bending his legs in. I'm going, it's all right. If it breaks, we'll get another one in, right? And I'm pushing him down the toilet, and I'm laughing, and Warwick's laughing. And at one point, Warwick goes, look at Johnny! I turn round, and Johnny Depp is going, you don't mind if I masturbate while you're doing that? And someone took a picture of the moment, but he'd stopped by then, so it's just...
Okay, I think we've got the picture. Is that why you were laughing so much?
He'd just been doing it then.
Yeah, but I'd finished by then.
Oh, dear. Now, so you are in Life's Too Short, the picture we saw there. Yes. It starts on 10th of November, and you're in episode 2. So, Ricky, is it fair to say this is more like extras than The Office?
It's sort of a cross between the two, really. It's a fake documentary, like The Office, but it's at the backdrop of media, like extras. But if... The Office sort of reflected those quaint docu-soaps of the 90s where normal people were trying to be famous, like David Brent, you know. This is much more up-to-date, where it's sort of D-list celebrities living their life like an open wound to try and be on... You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Warwick... Fake
Just say
Warwick.
it, like Peter Andre. Just say it. Say it. Like Peter Andre.
I won't diss anyone. I suppose it's he's got a terrible accountant, so he's got a tax bill. His career's on the slide. He's not getting the films anymore. He's going through a messy divorce, so he agrees to do this fly on the wall, let the cameras into his house 24/7 to try and get back on the top. And he's manipulative. He runs an agency, but he steals all the best jobs for himself, and he just lets out the other dwarfs for, you know, human bowling balls and stuff. And Johnny is playing himself, and he's doing a new Tim Burton film, Rumpelstiltskin, and he's playing a dwarf, and so he wants to get in the head of a little person.
So you're playing a dwarf?
Yeah. Okay. And, honestly, it was an incredible day. It was the last day of shooting, and it was amazing. And the things he came up with, making Warwick do it. He made him do Michael Flatley. It came out of nowhere, and just going, you know, Michael, and made him dance, and he made Warwick dance for about 8 minutes.
We've got a clip of Johnny and Warwick and yourself and Stephen.
Here they are, the lads. Johnny.
Hi.
Hello, lads. So, we're popping here, every other day to see you guys, aren't we?
Seems like it.
Yeah. Have you met before? Johnny, this is Stephen.
Hello, what's me?
No.
And Ricky there.
I actually remember him from the Golden Globes.
Hi.
Yeah.
How's it going?
I'm fine, man. Just doing another film that's gonna make loads of money. Probably a lot more money than any film you've ever made.
Good. Yeah, just writing. I write and direct all my own stuff.
How great for you. That must be so great. You know, I'm working with a great director right now, a guy named Tim Burton. Have you ever heard of him?
Of course.
Yeah. The film itself is really brilliant, and I'm playing a very interesting character. Do you have any idea who my leading lady is on this film?
In the Tim Burton film?
Yeah.
Helena Bonham Carter?
I don't know.
Stab in the dark.
She thinks you're an idiot.
Sorry, have I done something to offend you?
What do you mean, like trashing me in front of like 200 million people at the Golden Globes?
It was a while ago. They were jokes, Johnny. I didn't...
Oh, they were jokes.
Yeah.
You like jokes?
Yes.
Good. Because I actually got together with a few pals after the awards and we wrote some jokes about you. I want you to know this. I'm going to carry this with you for the rest of your days. No one makes fun of Tim Allen on my watch. And gets away with it.
In terms of controversy, Ricky, you're not shy. You do like... Well, I don't know if you like... Do you like getting into trouble? Do you like...
I don't get into trouble. I'm a comedian. Fred West gets into trouble. I'm not gonna get into trouble. There's paedophiles with careers. What have I ever done?
No, but even at the end of the Golden Globes, just in case you'd left anyone unoffended, how did you sign off?
I just thanked everyone, and I said, and of course, thanks to God for making me an atheist.
Which you can say here, but in America, they take that stuff very seriously.
Well, yeah, I think it's sort of, I think it's about 10% atheist. I think here's about 45% atheist. But, yeah, they were offended by it. They thought it was...
That's only because God lives in the Midwest, doesn't he?
Exactly. Oh, yeah.
He's got a place there.
Yeah. Was it the next day? Was it after the Golden Globes that someone sent you the picture of the church?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's, I think some reverend somewhere or some bishop did a sermon for me to save my soul, because I'm going to hell, of course.
This is a picture of the thing. It's
yeah.
That's real.
Oh, it's real. No, it's real, yeah.
A sermon for Ricky Gervais. And then was it the same day or the next day that someone said...
That's in LA. There's a difference. In New York, they named a sandwich after me.
See, in the window there, a sandwich for Ricky Gervais.
I'm going to hell, but there's cheese and ham.
I suppose it's different. You are a comedian, but as actors, I don't know, do you need to be more careful about what you say and do? Because, Johnny, I heard, presumably because you're Johnny Depp, like, I read a story about, was it because you were coming from Lima to Miami, I think, when you were stopped at customs?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And if you hadn't been Johnny Depp, they probably wouldn't have stopped you, would they?
Well, it's kind of an interesting route, anyway. Lima, Peru to Miami.
It does sound like a drug run.
They're already expecting things, and I did have some things. And, yeah, there was a kind of a soft bag, and the customs guy said, would you mind opening this up? And I said, he said first, what is in there? I said, stuffed piranhas. I'm sorry? Stuffed piranhas and some vampire bats. Unzipped, and then there just happened to be some sort of vitamin powder that I was taking at the time.
Yes,
I mean,
Johnny.
in all seriousness. Otherwise, I'd still be in jail. When I unzipped it, poof, you know. And there were these piranhas and bats covered in white powder.
Why did you have piranhas and bats? Never mind the cocaine, right? Sorry, why did you have piranhas and bats?
Well, it was important to have them.
Yeah, of course.
I had to bring them home.
Yeah.
But the guy thought he'd found the mother lode, you know.
You must have been so excited.
Oh, God, it was...
Oh.
After that.
Two-hander.
He didn't go through with it, just so you know.
All right.
No,
So how did you say...
I'm still a virgin. Oh, I was a virgin until Ricky...
Do you say that's vitamin powder, don't worry about it, and he believed you? Is that real? Do they really do
Did
that?
not believe me, no.
No, right. So what do they do?
Everybody came out with guns and things like that.
Wow.
Couldn't make it into the wall.
But did you put a knife in your... and go up the rigging to get away from you? That's what I'd have done.
You had trouble at customs, Ed, didn't you?
Oh, customs. I remember immigration in the States one time. I was going in and I panicked because the guy was like, so what do you do? And I goes, I'm a comedian. So he straight away goes, well, tell me a joke. And I just panicked. Because I was like, if this joke isn't funny, he's not going to believe me and I can't get in. So it was like, I was like, oh, God. And then straight away I go, what do you call an American? Oh, no, that's not going to work. And I just, like, if I say something and there's terrorism in it or anything like that, it's going to... And I just panicked and I came out with a joke that wasn't that funny. I goes, I goes, why do Morris dancers wear bells so the blind can be irritated by them as well? He doesn't know what a Morris dancer is. But he came back with what was basically the worst heckle I've ever had in my career, where he just went, I'm going to put actor.
Listen, thank you all very much for being here tonight. In a moment, we'll be having tonight's stories in the big red chair. But first, some music. Singing their new single, This Isn't Everything You Are, it is Snow Patrol!
You can't find the phone, so you can call it up.
And it's the new single out from the 13th from their forthcoming album, Fallen Empires, which is released the following day. Right, before we go tonight, let's have a story or two in the red chair. So, who's up first? Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hi, what's your name?
Mohammed.
Okay, and what do you do, Mohammed?
I'm a student.
A student of?
Radiography.
Radiography? A proper job. Okay. Off you go with the story.
Well, when I was 7 years old, I went on a holiday with my mother to Egypt. And during my time there, I saw a donkey that was fully erect.
Sorry, Mohammed, do you mean he was standing up?
So, tell us your best story. I saw a donkey with an erection. Okay, so you were shocked, Mohammed?
I was shocked, so I pulled my mother and I was like, Mum, what's this thing hanging out? And then she said, it's a spare leg. And then after that, I was like, what's it for? And then she replied, when donkeys are happy, they have 5 legs. And when they're sad, they only have 4. So a week after, I went back to school and my teacher asked us to draw a picture of anything recent that we found interesting.
It's a good story.
I drew 2 pictures of a donkey. One was happy and the other one was sad.
We love your story, Mohammed. You can go. Well done, sir. Who's next? Hello.
Hi.
What's your name?
My name's Brooke.
Brooke, and what do you do?
I work in PR.
Oh, yes. Very vague. Off you go, Brooke, with your delightful tale.
Okay. I actually have a story about one of your guests.
Uh-oh.
I was riding the tube home from work one day, and I saw someone who looked suspiciously like a celebrity that I happen to adore. And he was wearing a stocking cap and some sunglasses, and I noticed that he had a tattoo on his arm that said Jack. And I thought, oh my goodness. And I leaned over and I said, excuse me, are you who I think you are? And he looked up at me and he said, why, yes, I'm Brad Pitt. Needless to say, it wasn't Brad Pitt, and I got a great photo with Mr. Johnny Depp on the platform at Bank Station.
Is that true? No.
What, on the tube?
Photo evidence is
Was it
proof.
on the tube?
Yeah.
I think you were, you were with a BBC journalist at the time.
I think you might just have a picture with some man. Or, bizarrely, a picture with Brad Pitt.
Take a picture
Do it now.
Oh, do you want a picture now? Okay, run out here, run out, quick. Let's go find you. That's very nice of you. Run! Run, Brooke, run! Oh.
It's really nice to see you again.
Hearts are breaking. Stand together and we'll take a screen grab of you. There you go. And we'll get that to you. All right. Well done, Brooke. Very good. Well done, everyone. And if you'd like to join us on the show and have a go in the red chair, you can contact us via our website at this address. Thank you so much to my guests tonight. Snow Patrol, Byrne, Carey Mulligan, Gervais, and Johnny Depp. Join me next week with comedian Mickey Flanagan, Sugar, X Factor's Kelly Rowland, and for the first time ever, Sir Cliff Richard will be here. I'll see you then. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.
Ahead of his new comedy next week, Ricky Gervais presents The Making of Life's Too Short tomorrow night at 10:15 over on BBC Two Wales. Next here on BBC One Wales, are you feeling lucky with the National Lottery?